everybody. Whoa. Happy Valentine's Day. Morning Birdie here. As you can see, I am very festive today in my little heart red dress. Okay, people, so I know that Valentine's Day gets a bad rep from the book nerd, usually, community. We call it Singles Awareness Day because we're so funny. We call it, a day to perpetuate Hallmark and their business. We call it a day that is dumb, generally. I would usually tend to agree with you pretty strongly. But I have decided to get in the mood this year, and I have decided to kick off my new video sequence of the Morning Birdie WordPress blog and my Tumblr, A Secret Life of a Volunteer Librarian, with this holiday, which I feel like is a pretty big step for me. Let's be honest. I think I've had a boyfriend for maybe 2 Valentine's days of my life, so I've never really had a reason to stick up for this holiday before all of you start saying that I do, because I don't. I just feel like we should celebrate together in the best way that I know how, which is recommending books. Surprise! So I feel like this first book I'm going to recommend is not going to be a shock to any of you. It is Jane Austen's Emma. I know that most people prefer Pride and Prejudice to Emma. That's fair, but I think that this book is just really cute, and Emma and Knightley are my favorite, and their love is based out of friendship, and I just adore that, and Emma is so irritating but lovable at the same time, and I just feel like this is a really feel-good. If you are single and sad, read about this, have hopes for Mr. Knightley in your life, or don't. Be happy being single. You do you. But if you are feeling that, I feel like this book is really good at helping you feel better about the male race, because Mr. Knightley. Now, I understand that this is the movie cover, and before y'all start getting on me about that, recognize that it was like $2 at a used bookstore. I'm poor. Poor, wanting to be grad student, so don't judge me. Anyway, Beautiful Creatures by Cami Stoll? Nope, Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This book is highly based on the romance of the main characters, but there is a lot of other stuff going on. But the romance is a huge factor in the plotline. I'm not a real world kind of girl, so I like this because there is a lot of mystical things going on, there's a lot of history, the characters are good, and the relationship is so cute. Like, Ethan, oh, you're adorable. So I would read this book if you want to commit to a long series. This is actually the only one that I've read in the Beautiful Creatures series so far. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Beautiful Creatures series. I intend to read the other ones. I'm going to go pick them up, probably order them from Amazon, do some book reviews on them. But I really liked the first one, so I think it would be a good option. So, The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I know that most of you are probably like, what? Why didn't you just choose Twilight, you weirdo? To which I will say, I just said at the other book that I'm not a huge romance girl, so I felt like this book offered me a lot of things that Twilight just didn't. I'm not the biggest Twilight fan, so it took me a long time to pick this up because I was one of those small-minded people that was like, oh, Stephanie Meyer, it's just like, it's probably gonna be dumb. And then I ate my words like you will if you haven't read this, because it's good. There's a lot of amazing stuff in this book. There are two different relationships you get to see. One between a human and a human, and one between a human and an alien. And I think both of the relationships are beautiful and wonderful, and it's complicated because both of the girls are in the same body, so it's like, oh, is it a love triangle? No, not really. It's more like separate, but we're the same. This is the worst review of the host ever. If you actually read this because of what I say, more power to you. Basically, I'm sticking up for this book and saying that the romance between Ian and Wanda is probably the single best romance that I have read ever. And Ian O'Shea will, like Knightley before him, re-ground you in the hope that there are men out there that are awesome. And he's not just after her because she's a hot piece of ass, which Melanie is, but he loves the little worm, the little parasite wormy, looks like a bacteria. He loves her because she's such a good person, and it's really cute. And I know that this is a big book to commit to for Valentine's Day, but I promise it's worth it. So I'm gonna read you some titles off of my Nook because I have books on here too. Surprise, technology. So Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, I think is every girl person should read it. It's so good, and it's about the friendship and relationship between sisters and becoming who you're meant to be, and love and loss. And it's just so real and so good, and it's a classic for a reason. I'm not the kind of person who usually loves the classics, but for today and Valentine's Day, I'm going to make an exception. And lastly, I think you should read Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins because it's so cute and fluffy and it's just perfect. That was a joke. So I don't know if you guys know about the trend of blind date books where they just kind of write something on the cover and cover the book up and you buy it in hopes that you chose a good one without knowing the title or what the cover art is. And so my little local library was doing one of those as a fundraiser, and I try to support my library. I volunteer there. I try to support their bookstore financially when I can. So I got one of these because they have little Valentine themed ones. Look at how cute. I just thought it was adorable. This was the only one that had a teen heart put in it. I have not peeked. I have no idea what this book is. I do not enjoy reading raunchy sex scenes that are really intense, and so I didn't pick one up that said adult because I was afraid it was going to be like 50 Shades of Grey, and then I would have wasted my blind date. So I just got the teen one, plus I mostly just read YA anyway, so I figured this was a good guess. The only problem is I might already own this book. I have no idea. So here's to hoping. If not, I guess I can give it to a friend or something. So I'm going to open it up and we're going to see what we've got. On the front it says, "TikTok, your time is running out, but I will be yours." I picked it up because that sounded interesting to me. I thought for a moment that it could be The Fault in Our Stars, but it doesn't appear thick enough. I know my Tiffio's book, and I don't think it's this. So let us open it up and find out. Oh, it's taped. I don't think I want to undo the tape. It's so cute. It's a very yellow inside. Anybody have any guesses what it is? I have no idea. Oh, you guys! It's Stargirl by Jared Spinelli. Jerry, not Jared. Dang it, Anna. So, This book, Stargirl, I should probably show you the cover. Oh, this is the second one. This is Love, Stargirl. This first one by Jerry Spinelli is just called Stargirl, and it's a yellow cover, and it just has this little figure on top with the star above it, and it was my best friend's favorite book in the 8th grade, and I've never read the second one, so I'm so excited about this. I feel like that was a cute little thing for them to do. Way to go, library. So if your library is cool, I would suggest going to pick up one of these blind date books. I was very pleasantly surprised. Hang in there for next week. I'm going to be posting about what I have been reading. I am going on a cruise this weekend, and so I will tell you what books I brought with me and what I finished. And yeah! Cannot wait to tell you guys about Mexico and whale watching and all of the books that I have been reading. See you then. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.